Okay, it's Thursday, December 22nd. This is a pre-opening SPY report. You can see here the pre-market range at the moment is kind of in the upper half of yesterday's green bar, although we did have a bit of a selling tail there at the end of the day. And you can see here also that with an hour to go before trading, we're kind of hovering near the lows of that range. So the question is, since that's developing, are we going to get kind of a start here at the halfway point of the prior day and then an immediate green bar here near the lows of the pre-market range that kind of projects up to at least to test those highs, and then you see if you get failure or follow through at that point? Or are we going to kind of start lower right out of the gates and maybe as I've been discussing, in the days that where we had all these 5-6 days in a row down, I've been looking for a little bit of a rally in order to have a good sell signal. So it's not a clear sell signal at the moment, but it might develop into that. We're really kind of watching closely here as we end the week. How is this bar going to end with 2 days to go? Are we going to kind of hold this hammer-looking bar and close pretty strong, which would lead to expectations that you'd continue higher into next week with that 3-2 down, 2 up reversal kind of look? Or is this going to fail in here, maybe even go below the purple line, which is the open, turn this red a little bit, or just not even really have a strong looking green bar, in which case I would still think the trend is down in line with that monthly chart, which still could work down towards those lows if we don't get any kind of weekly reversal. So I'm really trying to judge here in the last 2 days of the week how this bar is going to end. And I think, we had that 1 day rally yesterday that kind of took out 2 targets, worked into a gap. There is a little room to work higher if it wants to. And with the green bar, you'd kind of expect it to try to test it one more time. So I'll kind of start with that bias. But I also know that at any moment, we could be continuing lower as well. To really get lower, we're going to have to be below the midpoint of that bar and have like a 2 down kind of day, or to kind of come up, take out the high of that, then come down to the midway point of that bar and fail that way. So that's going to be today's failure look. Either it's going to be very strong failure right out of the gates, or we're going to go up and fail sometime. If we come up early in the morning, let's say, barely take out these highs and then have a pretty big failure, that would get me pretty excited Thursday night, to get short and anticipate Friday getting short, anticipate this bar getting weak, and then anticipate lower prices into next week. So a lot of things can happen here depending what happens in the morning. If we, I'm not really expecting, given the green move yesterday, a strong downward opening. Move out of the open. It's possible, but if we get a big red bar here, then you're gonna have to go with that and see if you can work down towards that purple line and 2 down, type of day. That will confirm that this is gonna probably be a weekly bar that doesn't close strong at all. But out of the gates, it's going to be maybe a little neutral. We might try to test higher, but if we fail at some point, that could be a good sign, to look for lower prices towards this target and then the yellow line target, which is the monthly target. So let's just see how it opens. That's why you got to kind of judge, your levels at this point. We still have an hour to go. We'll see where kind of this pre-market range ends up. We'll watch the opening price action, and we kind of know what to look for. It's a type of thing where I am kind of still looking for any kind of failure on the upside to really get aggressive short. And at the moment, I'll start with a little bias. If we could stay above that kind of halfway point, above this purple line, I'll stay biased a little bit to the upside, but I want to see how much strength develops. If we can't get that much strength in here, then, be ready to watch for that reversal.